Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I got a little excited. um, I heard about some news this morning that I wanted to share with everybody about our collective consciousness. Excuse me, I just was smoking my bowl. Pardon me. Called the SCHUMAN resonance has picked up. And so what this means for us is that for one thing, you want to get grounded because the energies are lifting and strengthening. And the gentleman that was talking about it, and I can't remember who he is, but just look up Earth SCHUMAN resonance. And it seems that the Earth's energy is picked up. It's got to do with a lot of science. But what he said is it was going to affect the collective consciousness. What I think is happening is that we are giving birth to a new collective consciousness, right? Yeah, it was promised to us. New ways, new, just new. I want Gaia. I want my Gaia deck. Talk to Mother Earth. And we're going to ask her about this new energies that have went way up. You want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water and that you're getting really good and grounded. And I mean good and grounded, especially if you're feeling anxiety, confusion. The last couple days, my mind wasn't as quiet. Usually my mind is quiet as a church, like a mouse. There ain't much going on in there because I like to live in my heart. But and I've had to actually tell my spirit to go into my heart several times over the last few days. So this SCHUMAN resonance affects our body. It affects everything. It is Earth's pulse, her heartbeat, her pulse. And we actually are, our pulse and our heartbeat and our breath beats at the same time as Mother Earth. And when she changes, we change. Okay? And as he was giving me this news, intuitively, I felt that this somehow was going to affect the collective consciousness. Now, I didn't do a reading personally on it. I thought to myself I was going to wait and share. I was going to do it live and share it with you guys. But what this means, now he, because it has went up, is worried about our bodies being able to handle this. And that's why I have come on live, hello out there, to ask and see how everybody's doing during this time. But myself, I feel like it's a gift from Mother Earth. It feels to me intuitively like God is lifting, we're being lifted up to a higher consciousness, because it literally showed that it had added energy into this SCHUMAN resonance and into the Earth's atmosphere. And he said that it scientifically it would affect everyone. It might be affecting your sleep. It might be affecting, you might be having anxiety or things like that. So I thought, well, if anybody is being affected by it, I just wanted to let them know that the best thing you could do is just get grounded. Because we're all growing. It made me excited. My energy just shot right up, and I was like, I know what this is. This is we're in the age of Aquarius. It's the promise, that we would be more humanitarian. We would lift up to higher collective consciousness overall. And it couldn't be at a better time, right? Right. We really need people to climb and look for that higher view of life, and get up out of that daggone gutter mind of mind, and remember that we're all here in the same boat together. Hello, did those feet? Hello, love you too, darling. How are you feeling? You doing okay? Do you feel any change in the energies? So I'm going to talk to Gaia. Mother Nature is who I see Gaia as, the giver of life, the creator of life. Yeah, maybe even the creator of life, because we know ain't no man gave birth to nothing. Not in his manliness, he ain't. Anyway, it takes a woman to give birth, to bring forth something new. And, I'm just going to call a spade where I see a spade. And so, Mother Gaia, we call out to you and we're asking you, how will this new Schumann resonance? And he says it's been trying to give birth for a year now, okay? For a whole year now, it's been trying to give birth. And I've been watching it off and on. There's been times when it would rise up and then it would fall back down. And then it would rise up and it would fall back down. But of course, those are the labor pains that we're going through. Oh, honey, I feel yours too. You just make me smile. I love you. I love you so much, darling. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. And I feel your energy. It's absolutely beautiful. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? We're cultivating and creating a new spirit within us that that's far reaching and that changes other people. It makes them want to have that spirit too. And I feel your spirit, and I know you make people smile everywhere you go. I know you do. I know you do, because the minute I look down there, a big smile across my face. So I just know that you're a beautiful child of God, the Mother Earth, the Father of righteousness, the good, and you look to the good. And when you do that, it's just that energy precedes you, don't it? It just is there. Okay, we have Eight of Water here, emotions, electrification. This is what a Schumann resonance looks like. It's the vibrations of energy that comes off the body that it's coming out of right here. And this is what Mother Earth has got going all around her in deep greens and blues. You have to look it up. It's called Earth Schumann Resonance. And they have different colors of the pictures of how it's going along. And what we've been waiting for is this. This is the birth of the new collective consciousness, the powerhouse where we are all going to turn towards the humanitarian way. And we're going to understand that we're all on this boat together. And that for some to have more than they need and others to not be able to have enough and pay for what they need is not fair. And this is it. We're changing the world. We're going to change the world. Hey, people don't want, some people are happy with what they have. They just want to be able to pay for it to make sure they are able to keep it. You know what I mean? They want to be able to pay their rent or pay their mortgage and keep their car and keep their house and, plan a little future for the children. Most people don't ask for much, right? This is going to change everything. Take care of yourself during this changeover period. It is, it's going to be hard. He said that those people who haven't been meditating, who haven't already worked on expanding their consciousness, that are still stuck in that trap of the 3D world, he said that there's a possibility that it could affect them in ways that could harm them. But in all actuality, I think that they will pop. I'm hoping they'll crack like an egg and break free, right? It's like looking like, it's getting ready to put them under some kind of incubation. And I think that this is the pressure that's going to help a lot of those who don't believe in love, kindness, gentleness, that don't believe the power of love is stronger than any force out there. Those who don't believe that are just about getting ready to see that. They're going to feel that. They're going to understand it. And they may actually have to feel it through the hard way. But regardless, here or there, the energy is growing, just like we see it growing around this picture right here. And let's imagine that this is, he's the earth. And then look at all that energy that's flowing around the consciousness of it. And Mother Earth is waking up. That's exactly what he said, too. And he's a scientist. He's like, guys, Mother Earth is waking up, waking up, waking up. A lot of people try to differentiate the world from the earth, but the earth built the world. Nature, Mother Earth, Gaia herself, was invested in having this world built because she told me she wanted us out of the caves. We were capable of having better lives. They brought high consciousness to us in different stages throughout the last 50,000 years. These aliens that come here and helped us to come out of the caves. We were not even barely surviving, according to the what I read. The cave people, children, if they had their children during the winter months, a lot of them didn't live through that. It was hard, hard, hard. And I know something magical happened because of all the millions of years that they proved that we lived in a cave. All of a sudden we just like started drawing these fantastic pictures on the walls and walked right out into a civilization with gardens and government. Like, woohoo, what magic is that, right? Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. So happy to see you here. Merry New Earth, Merry Christ's consciousness on this planet. And when I talk about a Christ consciousness, I'm talking about the unicorn consciousness, that consciousness where we're all free, where we believe in what we need to believe in, but we just have this beautiful touch of humanity about us, right? Whether we believe in God or whether we don't believe in God, whether we believe in angels and Holy Spirits, whether we don't believe in angels and Holy Spirits, we have a beautiful holy heart and we keep it sacred. We keep it sacred and we share that sacredness with others and touch their hearts, right? And then they go out and touch more hearts. And that's the disease of love. I love it. God is so undercover and cool and collected. And, I have to claim God because I've seen God. I believe in God. I'm here on a mission from God. And when I say God, I'm talking about the whole of creation that has been personified at one time or another on this planet. Hello, darling. Hello, CG. So happy to see you. God bless you, darling. God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, there's too many people around this world for all of us to believe the same. But if we could all kind of pick from this belief and that belief and this belief and find that these things work for us, then we should actually, each one of them is a spiritual practice. And then it's up to you to find God. God is within you. God is outside of you, but God is also within you, the image of God. So that's why we're not supposed to get on our knees and beg gods to help us, what we're supposed to do is look within and find the God that God created us to be, the best we could be within this world in the material realm. And that's not easy, is it? Because everybody everywhere is saying this and that, and we have to work so hard, and we hardly get the chance enough to just like explore our inner world. And in our inner world is where we find God, right? He's within us. So, sometimes God can be in your head, sometimes God can be in your heart. Sometimes God can be down within your roots, in your root chakra. And what you want to do is balance God up and down through the chakra system. And there we go. See, this is a spiritual practice that comes from the Oriental side of the world. But when I read it, it rang true with me. And I thought, wow, that is so easy to meditate like that, to meditate on the colors of my chakras and aligning my spine up with the heavens, and acting as if I've got this rod that's going through my head. It's connected to the highest consciousness, the most loving thing there is. And then that my bottom of that pole is all the way through, stuck into the earth, to all the wisdom that's ever been on this planet, and that I'm drawing from both poles. It's my imagination. I use it. I love to use my imagination in my God work when I'm working with spirit. And so I'd like to take action. Instead of just praying and asking God to help, I like to go ahead and set up the foundation, the structure. Here we go. It's all easy from here, God. I got to take care of. Just lay some of that love on me, right? Just lay some love on me. I'll work it out. Yes. And that's healing. That's healing within. That's your inner child playing in the imaginational world of God and getting a response. Kids have imaginary friends. We don't know that they can't see somebody, because I've seen things that other people don't. So never doubt that there's a possibility you could have an imaginary friend, or that spirits can talk to you. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of it. A lot of people, have often thought ghosts and stuff like that, and hearing other voices is something to be terrified of. And they give you all kinds of names to label you: schizophrenia, nuts, all this and that. But a lot of people are just in touch with other worlds and other dimensions. I got a little kid that's next door to me. He fights dragons all summer long. He's 16 years old, runs up and down the fence line. He has a blast. From what I understand it, he's like way above us, and he's a smart kid. But he sees those dragons, and he's whooping their asses. So, Mother Gaia, what is this Schumann resonance that is rising, this energy that's coming up out of the earth from the crystal grid? I'm almost positive we have awoken the crystal grid that runs all around this planet. We've been grounding, we've been sending roots down in there, we've been sending love, right? That's one of my meditations, is I send love to the crystal grid, because it goes all around the earth. And when I connect with the heavenly realms and I bring those realms down to this planet, when I do that North Pole South Pole thing, I connect into the crystal grid. And I've been doing this for about a year now, and I tell you, it is one of the most energizing things, because Mother Earth shares her energy with me. Fairy King, hello. Oh my God, no doubt. You are so right. And that's the thing. If we bring peace to this planet and we all just, this new collective consciousness, We come together in peace. Can you imagine the creativity that will happen on this planet and the geniuses that will be born because they have the time to seek through their inner worlds and lay hands on the missions that they came here with, instead of having to work 10 to 12 hours a day to pay to live in a place that they were born to, that really it would be hosting them for free if somebody hadn't captured all the resources and made other people work and pay for it. Or that's the way I see it anyway. But it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it is. What's that? What's the one thing expressing itself? Everybody, I would ask y'all to look up the Earth Schumann resonance. When you hear that it is a part of the collective consciousness, it's going to blow your mind. You're going to know that things have changed. The tables have tipped. We've hit critical mass, and we are on our way to the countdown to bringing in the new heaven on this earth. And when I say heaven, we're talking about peace on earth, taking care of the babies, making sure 7 generations ahead are looked after, that children won't be born without homes, and mothers won't have to suffer, and fathers won't have to work so hard that they don't get a chance to know their families. Things are going to change. It is the birth of a new earth. And, I always knew this was going to happen. In the beginning, I thought it was going to be something I needed to be afraid of, and I needed to stock up all kinds of food, and I needed to prep because, the end days were coming. And God said, no, Connie, that's not the way we're doing it. We're not going to do it like that. That's how they scare everybody and make you think that the world's coming to an end and you're going to get cut off from food and blah, blah, blah. I actually think it's going to be a peaceful takeover where people just begin to realize what the right thing to do is. And they start doing it because it's the right thing to do. And, even if we have to push a little bit towards that, to get it done. Okay, Gaia, what's this new energetic force that's rising up from out of the earth? Where is this force coming from? Mama. 10 of Pentacles, Mother Earth, X. Oh my God. Do you know this is in the Bible one time? I can't remember where it's at. But Paul is talking to the Galatians, and he says, if you worship any God, worship this God. And he pointed to the podium, and there was nothing on it except an X. The God, the unknown God. X is the universe. X stands for the universe. It's the unknown number and calculation of the whole universe. And if you can't answer a question, it equals X, unknown. She says, I ain't telling you. It's unknown. And that's a 10 of Pentacles too. An earth sign. So that's Mother Earth. She'd be like, she's abundant. We know that. She gives us everything. Really, if you think about it, we never really lack for anything, right? Like, I can't say I've ever went hungry. I can't say that I've ever, even during my homelessness, I was never left out in the cold. And I was on the streets homeless, like no family, but I always had a tent, a sleeping bag, and a place to sleep out of the cold. And God's pretty amazing. She provides what we need. And right now, Mother Earth has given birth to this new collective consciousness, and she wants everybody to take care of themselves very well while we're waiting for this baby. It's going to take it a little time to walk. It's been coming a long time. She's been pregnant with this for a while. I don't know how long a planet stays pregnant, but an elephant carries a baby for 2 years. This promise has been coming for what, 2000? And then Moses promised Jesus coming, right? And then before Moses, there was, all these other gods that were power hungry and all that kind of stuff, which don't really matter. But there's always been just one God that's watched over his people one way or another, whether they've had guardians teaching them. Lessons don't always come and make you very, very happy. Sometimes we have to get lessons that hurt so that we can learn. There's times when lessons come and they're not all that perfect because we have to learn emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, I think, a lot of that, we learn that from the things that hurt us. And so not everything in the classroom down here is all fairies and, sparkly dust and all that. And we know that. But what we're working towards is bringing the fairies and the sparkly dust. And to get there is a journey. And in journeys, there's always mishaps. There's always freakouts. There's avalanches. There's cliffhangers. And, there's all this stuff that goes on in a journey looking for your fairy dust, your good, your happy, your joy. And we need to be willing to go on that adventure. See the dragons, we got to go with the dragons. Make friends with your dragons. Yeah, they'll help you. Don't, what are we saying? Just what the king said here, Fairy King. The more things that you accept in life, such as like all the people around the world and their spiritual practices, and respect and honor those things that you don't understand, is how you bring your pet dragon in. That's what your pet dragon is all about, broadening your horizon, giving you a bigger scope and view. And that's what Gaia is saying about this new collective consciousness. We're giving birth to something that gives us a new scope and a new view on life. Yeah, bringing better things in, hopes, dreams, wishes, experiences. The father and the mother. The father. And I'm going to be putting him down next to the Ten of Pentacles, of which we know is Mother Earth, the queen, out and about on her daily tasks, but still wearing a crown. And we have the father here, connecting the father and the mother. This new collective consciousness coming from the mother and the father. What's it about? What will it be? Rest and abundance for the people. Oh, and I have prayed to God for that. I see parents working all day long up and down my block. Their children hardly get to see them from daylight to dark. They have to work, they have to pay the bills, groceries have went up. Rest and abundance. Yes. Yes. How do we get this rest and abundance? Because I believe in taking action. I wait on God always. I'm patient. But while I'm waiting, I fluff my nest, do what I need to do to get all things prepared, So what do we need to do to prepare for this abundance? Holy Spirit that's coming from this new mind of man that's going to be born, because the collective consciousness, our higher mind, we're going to give birth to a higher mind, is what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah. A more adventurous mind, a broader mind, one willing to take unknown trails, abundant. We see that rabbit there, fertile mind, capable of planting seeds and growing new ideas. Look at those beautiful flowers. A spiritual mind, I see that in the hare. And the maiden, a childlike mind. The childlike mind. That's, man, there ain't nothing I love more than children. I love children, children of dogs, dog children, people children, coon children, squirrel children, old people that go back to being children, children, innocence, love, finding themselves and realizing that they're still that beautiful child that you were at 17, at 12, at 5. It's still in you. You just got to go in there and find it and bring it back to where you are now. You know, we leave our inner child back in time, a lot of us do. Or our inner child refuses maybe to come with us to the places we go. So we want to go back and collect our inner child. And this could be this new resonance, this new collective consciousness, when we decide to go in and go back in time to where we left our child at and heal that trail back. You'll heal the trail back, and then you'll get the child and bring the child back to you where you are at your present here and now. And this is very important work. And I know this because I had to do that myself. I had forgotten and left my inner child behind back, somewhere, probably around 8, 9, 10 years old when I had to start taking care of family. But that wasn't what was important. I noticed that the trail back was through healing. The experiences I had been through that took me to the place where I realized I had no more of that left. No innocence, no love, no peace, no joy. Dreading life every day. And that meant that my inner child was left somewhere back on the trail. So I had to go backtrack. That took a few years, but it was well worth it. That's probably what I did while I was homeless and walking around. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me. But this new spirit will be innocent and it'll be full of love. So do your inner child healing work because it's coming. And that's how we prepare, right? We prepare ourselves. We prepare our healing. We work on our healing while we're waiting for this, for the effects of this new higher consciousness. I think we'll be better on healing ourselves and everything with this new higher collective consciousness. If you got headaches, nausea, lay down and rest. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water right now because that calms the ions down. He did a whole scientific explanation. I like science, but I'm a spiritual scientist. It was really complicated to me to listen to all the things that are floating around right here before our very eyes that we can't see. Yeah. Mother Earth, that's a gift. All these things are floating around right before our eyes that we don't even see it. I saw yesterday that there's a giant spectrum of light, and we probably only see about that much of it. So can you imagine what's going on around us that we don't see? or that can only see, let's say, if we do the ayahuasca or get our DMT revved up or something like that, which probably helps us to, see the other worlds better. But this is about healing. This is Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is all about healing. And we come here to heal our soul. Look at this. This is the dragon consciousness. We are going to, and that's the second time the dragon showed up. So we are moving into, and what is a dragon? A dragon breathes fire. They breathe life. And, a lot of people say, oh, fire is destruction. Let me tell you something. Fire also brings life. So, sometimes you got to burn something down in order to build something up. And destruction and creation with God are one and the same. As long as something is being moved, it is no longer in use, it's love. And then bring something new in. We know we've been stagnant for a while. We needed a new collective. We need this consciousness. We need it. And we're going to utilize it, right? We're going to utilize it. So you drink your water, go check up, see what you think it makes you feel like. If your energy is up, praise God. And if it's not, then do 7 minutes of yoga and see if it changes. See if you can get a hold of it. Open your mind wide, like see it opening up in your imagination, because this is the door to God. Your imagination is the world where you meet God at. Yeah. Okay, guys, don't be afraid of her. I love her. The crone, the power mother. This is the third, maiden mother crone. Mom is 3 different entities. Mom can be a young maiden, as we saw here. See how beautiful she is? All you people out there, take on that young and youthful page-like energy. That's your child. And here we see the mother, fancy and beautiful and glowing and alluring. And then we see the next phase. Mommy dearest, I will kick your ass. We ain't playing around no more. You're going to behave. You're going to do the right thing. Because this is Grandma. This is the crone. And she's here to protect the children. She's not talking to the children. She's talking to the leaders of the world and telling them they better step back and they better watch themselves. Because Mama, this is her planet. She was always in control. She'd been sleeping, but she wakened. And she's going to bring back the garden. We're going to bring back the garden. The Holy Spirit is here. Kick. Yeah. Destiny. And we are witnessing in our lifetimes the change. That's pretty miraculous. And not only that, we're documenting it. We get to document it. Now, I don't know what it'll be like 100,000 years from now. If, our stuff will be found somewhere. But they will see what a big jump we made in these last 100 years. Actually, yeah. Look at that. The sage. Really, in the last 100 years. Holy smokes, just since the computer, the world isn't even the same. These energies have been coming up for a while. These energies, the scribe, we've been experiencing these higher collective energies for a while. Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out with me. Merry holidays. Welcome in a whole new world, right? The world of justice, the world of truth, where, what's important is to do the right thing for the right reasons, right? Right. All living things deserve to be watched over and taken care of, especially when there's enough resources around the world to do it. And I'm not just talking about people. We need to watch over the resources of the animals in the waters. We need to watch over our water resources. We need to watch over our lumber resources. We need to stop destroying, tearing things down, and building new shit and using up unnecessary resources. You know, we need to we need to get some elders from the Indian nations that remember, how to take care of our forests and how we're supposed to make sure, that all the animals stay where they're supposed to be because that's the way it's supposed to be. We don't kill off the bears because we're afraid of them. We don't shoot the wolves because they take a cow down here and there. Let them have a fucking cow. We don't do that. It's not right. That's their nature, what they do. You're actually invading their land. We need to learn to have respect for nature and all her children. Blessings to you too, darling, and thank you for showing up. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This is awesome. Yeah, I love nature. Yeah, I love it. The child. I love Mother Nature. She's my mother. I call her mother. And when I speak of Mother Nature, to me, it's the whole universe. Because everything is so perfectly placed out there, I mean, like, when you look out there, it isn't chaos. It seems to be chaotic, but it's like chaos in order or something like that, right? And our planet has been pretty much protected, really, in order for it to grow life, and they haven't found life anywhere else on any other planets anywhere near here. It just don't seem to be an accident to me. It can't be. It looks chaotic, but I don't think it seems like, just like it says in the beginning of time, that everything was everything put in its place, and it stays in its place. That's order. Child. Perception. 19, I think that's judgment. No, that's 21. I don't know in these cards, guys. Forgive me. But, we're all looking towards this new world. On the outside, a lot of the people have been expecting it for a long time. They've been calling it the New World Order. And I think they thought it was going to be the way they thought it would be. But I really think God, put us here to balance out that New World Order, to bring in the new spiritual love fest, to teach people that without love, you don't live. Right? Ain't that right? Yeah. That's right. We're the balance to that new world order that they all thought was going to happen. And God sent us in to balance the scales. And He did not send us in thinking we'd lose either. We know that those foolish, selfish ways will get them nowhere. No. And this is the mother that's on them now, on all the unjust. That's why they're being so mean, raising up everything. They're all so afraid. And they've got everything. They've got money, they've got land, they've got homes, they've got so much time on their hands, they don't know what to do with it. But they know change is coming. And they know they couldn't stop it and won't either. Because love is even stronger than death. Did you know that? So this is love of yourself and love of God. You love God as you love yourself because you are the image of God within. And when you crack that image open and you get closer and closer to the powers that be, which is love, truth, compassion, mercy, and strength within to share it, because listen, God doesn't put us in a place of love without giving us protection. We will always be protected when we walk under the when we walk under I want to say, I don't know what, when we walk in love, the universe itself protects us. And remember that. You will always be loved and comforted and taken care of through the universe. You spread love the best you can, not to your enemies, not to those who've done you wrong, not to those who've hurt your heart. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about share freely your love with others, even right in front of them, because it'll make them regret and they'll turn to love too. They won't do that to people anymore. You want to teach people how to love properly. And if they don't love you properly, make sure you teach them that you're not going to start loving. You're going to continue to love. You're going to give love all around you. But there are some people you don't give your love to because they've hurt you. And you will withhold love from them. And I mean, maybe I have done this and still do with a certain person that I know is, doesn't always be honest and stuff and truthful. And it's really hard for me to show love to somebody that, doesn't do that. So I can understand you cannot give love to everybody, but those that you can give it to, share it with all your heart, because it just comes right back to you. And those who have broken your heart, those who have deceived you or hurt you from behind, or took advantage of your good love and nature that you have, then you do not stop loving. You continue to especially love yourself after being through that, because that's hard to go through and it didn't have nothing to do with you. But you make sure that you continue to love outwardly and inwardly. We don't let people steal the love we have that is within us. No, no, we don't give that up. We continue to love. We just make sure and redirect our love to people who either give us love back or at least don't take advantage of it. Because love, you love a lot, you get hurt a lot. But it'll make you strong, it'll make you tough. And eventually it gets to where you understand you're loving with all your heart, but you're not giving your heart to them. And that's how you got to do love, right? You love them with all your heart, but you don't give your heart over to them. And you hold that love for yourself. You make sure you give yourself. Remember, you're very important to God. There's something inside of you and each and every one of us that we are born with. A mission, a desire. And when you look within yourself and begin to search out what it is that you love and what you would like to bring to the God table, I guess we'll call it. Okay, what do you got to bring to the God table? And you will, and it's in there, and the table's waiting, always, forever. Because we're not just born here mindless, we have these souls that are universal. We know everything out there. We travel, like comets. Come-ET. Comets. They even give names to comets. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Intuition. Inside is where you find your intuition. That's where you talk to the universe, and the universe talks to you and will tell you everything about what's going on with this new collective consciousness that's rising. In fact, we got two things here. There's going to be a little bit more severity. The grandmothers are going to stand up, and people will be more in tune with their intuition. This is good news. This is good news. This is good news. This breaks them out of that 3D world. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, the 3D world. So I hope you guys are doing awesome today. Everything going good for everybody. Y'all looking forward to the big opening up tomorrow. It looks like God gave us a present. He's raising the collective consciousness. We got a present straight from the powerhouse of the universe. Oh yeah, body, mind, integrity. Yes, that's beautiful. Body and mind. And there's the body and there's the mind. With integrity. Bodies and minds full of integrity. Rising above fear. Yeah, that's a low-level demon. Throw that thing behind you. There's no such thing as fear. Don't be afraid. Walk through fear. Fear not. Know that all is well and God loves you. And you've been here many lifetimes. That's wisdom. Fear not, God says, because you are an energy that never dies. Never. You can't destroy energy. It can only go to a different place. So, the energy in our body will come out in the shape of our body, and it'll just step out. And that's the energy that we feel right here. Wisdom. Queen of Swords. See that owl? That's wisdom. What I'm telling you be the truth. So there is no fear. Body and mind again. Love yourself. Know who you are. Maybe God's want me to talk to you about the body or the mind and heart connection. Very important, he says, to connect your third eye, your crown, and your chakras into your heart. And that is the body-mind connection. You guys got any questions? Y'all want to request anything? Want me to pull a card? No, I just want you guys to know that you're very much loved by the Holy Spirit, by Creator Source. Okay, let's do it. Let me look up here again at your name. Muriel Delaz. Okay, let's pull a card for Muriel. Here, let me get a clean deck. Set that there. Let us get For luck, let's pull the animal deck. Got some beautiful pictures in here. Yes, okay. We'll do a couple cards. Let's pull this one first. This is for Muriel Deleuze. Beautiful people. And here we go. Oh my God. You are a miracle. You are a miracle in your family. Expect miracles because miracle pull forth miracles. Let me read this for you, honey. Excuse me. Miracle. You believe in miracles. Open up to the unexplainable and magical aspects of life. Miracles happen when you are there to the unexpected and trust in the infinite wisdom of the universe. Universe loves you, darling. Oh yeah, you're a unicorn, not just a unicorn, but you're a flying unicorn. That is beautiful. Pink, love, joy, peace. You have wings. You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart, darling, but you're strong and you have a force and a will of all your own. You're like a horse spirit, running. I mean, this is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Whatever you touch is going to turn to gold. And I'm sure that your life, I'm sure you have a lot of love that surrounds you. Oh, I appreciate you too, honey. Okay, CG, let's pull a card for purification. Let's see here. Let's do the chakra deck. How's that? Let's do some purification. I'm praying for the right card for CG, for purification through the power of the Holy Spirit, for his chakras, his energy centers, the nervous system. Let's work on cleaning everything, the mind, the throat, the third eye, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra, all the way through to our feet, from the tip of our head to the tip of our toes. Let's do for purification. Satisfaction for the CG. Let's do this. And here we go. Oh, I got two cards. So let's pull them both. We got the Chariot. Raise your vibrations. Maybe do 7 minutes of yoga, which will help to center you and pull the focus back on you, because you want to be thinking of yourself right now through the purification, right? So move up your vibration a little bit. God says put on some happy music. Whether you like Christmas music or not. If not, some high frequencies for energies. Let me read this. Conquest, victory, external strength, self-control, right direction, put into action, momentum, breakthrough, travel, move. Okay, so just what I said. You want to put on a higher frequency. You want to center yourself, and you want to plant your feet into the earth. See your roots growing out of your feet. This takes 1 second, 1 minute. Okay, not 1 second. But here we go. Ace of Pentacles. Root yourself. It's a gift. Yeah, God says the best gift you could give yourself right now is to see your tree, your body growing roots out of your feet into the Mother Earth, into the rocks. And see that energy coming through your third eye, because that's your quantum field. Your spiritual energy coming through the bottom of your feet and rooting in. And that would be a gift for you for your purification. Boundaries. Your You're a warrior. You're possibly could be a wounded warrior. And God is saying that He needs you to set up some strong boundaries away from energies that might be depleting you or causing you to have to prove yourself or validate yourself. God says you don't have to be validated by anybody. God validates you. And you just need a little chance away from the energies. Take, I would suggest at least an hour, but if you can, any few minutes where you can get alone, a few deep breaths, and, just see the roots growing out of your feet into Mother Earth, and she'll help you from there. She'll take you by your hand, honey, like you're a child, and she will walk you through every step of the way. And meanwhile, I'll be praying for you, darling. Okay? Okay. I don't know if this was right or not. I just read it like I see it. I love you, honey. I love you. The name of the animal deck. Let me get the box. Divine Blessings. I got it as a gift. Divine Blessings by Britta Bauman. And they are beautiful. They are beautiful. You're welcome, CG. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Look, I'll show you some more. Let's pull another animal card. Let's pull an animal card on the new Schumann resonance, the higher collective consciousness is rising. You're welcome, darling. My pleasure. I love hanging out with you guys. This is awesome. Okay, we're going to pull a card on what the new energy of the earth represents for us as a people on this planet. What is she trying to tell us? What is going on? What animal nature could we reference this symbology to of her talking to us? Okay, here we go. Oh my God. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. Are you kidding me? Look. It's the rise of the phoenix from the ashes. I could almost cry. This is what we've all been waiting for. Kick. Oh my God. Passion. Okay, let me read it. I love you guys. Find joy and purpose in what ignites your passion, and be dedicated to pursuing it with fire and enthusiasm. Your passion is the source of vitality and a greater quality of life. God says, let your passions rise. What you love, love it, love it, love it with all your heart. My passion is God and letting people know how the love of God for you and teaching you to love yourself can change your life. I can't believe how it turned my life completely around. And it was only through God loving me that I was able to even know what love was, that I could love myself. And I know I'm talking a lot about things that are said in the Bible, but I found a lot of things in the Bible that related to my life. And but then again, like I said, I wanted to see what others were doing too. I didn't find fear in checking out other people's stuff and what they were doing, because I knew God created the whole world, not just the Bible and the people that read it. We're all brothers and sisters all the way around. And this is passion. And for those of you, this is the phoenix rising to me. This is God, Mother Earth, rising from the ashes. And, it's said that when she does, we all live under her wings. We all live under the spirit of the Mother. And so I just see better things coming, fairness and justice, truth, love, peace. And look, there's the tree. She's standing on a tree. Look, guys, root yourselves deep into this planet because you are walking, talking trees. Believe it or not, you are a metaphysical, walking, talking plant. So ground your energies into Mother Earth and she will times them by 10. You will feel much stronger, much more alive, much more loved. You will love yourself. You will feel at home. You feel like I belong here. I'm going to be walking like a gangster because this is my house. Right? Kind of funny. Okay, I'm just joking. I'm not real. I am a spiritual gangster. I am. I really am. But I work through love. I'm a gangster of love. That's what I am. And I love God. And I love you guys. And I want you to know how precious you are. I don't want you to wait till you're 70 and 80 before you decide to love yourself. Love yourself right now today. Tell God you're grateful to be who you are and where you're at. And ask God to take you by the hand and take you to your destiny of where you're going. And then you drive. God will be on the passenger side. You'll be making the decisions in your life, and God will be over there whispering in your ear, letting you know when you might need to take a left turn or a right turn or keep going straight. And that's the way we all need to drive our lives, right? You want to be the master driver, but you always want to have that, in your ear, your intuition, God, your higher self, the higher consciousness, always with you. Okay, guys, I don't really want to leave, but I got to go do other stuff. I love y'all. I'm going to be back on this evening. Look at all y'all on here all this time. Mwah. Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Give yourself a good foot bath and enjoy the rest of the next couple days of your holidays. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.